Good evening, my creepy kitties. It is I, your host, Mr. Whiskers, the Mad Catter, here to bring you another episode of Twisted Turns. We are continuing our journey along Pathfinder's Wrath of the Righteous game, and I have a cat incoming. I have been enjoying my time playing this. Oh, never mind. She changed her mind and decided to go sit on the windowsill. And frankly, it is a lot of fun if you are a fan of pen and paper RPGs. The level to which this mimics Pathfinder 1st Edition is positively fantastic. It's not perfect, obviously. There are certain things that will have a hard time being implemented in an isometric computer RPG. Flight, for example. The fact that they actually have mounted combat now is impressive in and of itself.
The I found on the web. According to
Computer! Shut up! I swear. Sometimes Alexa scares me. Hopefully we are it's going to take a long time before AI overlords take over the world and either cleanse it of the human race or take over and rid us of pesky things like politics. Anyhow, let us continue. Oh my god, cat, make up your mind. Are you going to lay down? That's her tail. Because, of course... Oh, no, but she is going to nuzzle my monitor until such a time that she feels fine to lay down. I will take this moment to... Cat, careful. I've got wine there. Jeebus. Felines. Oy. Anyway, let us continue. Literally. What? Yes? Are you waiting for me to... Oh, I should probably move my microphone in a little closer. I moved it out of the way because my floofier cat was trying to lay down. Hi. Oh, yeah. Come here. Come on. Oh my god. You are so soft. Alright, so when last we left off, we had completed the assault on the Great Garrison. And yes, now we're about to go back home. Area exit. I love that the horse is just, we will collect all, so we can sell it all. Hey, hey, what are you doing? Oh. Nala insists on being my co-star. big old party. Huzzah!
Make
I bet Darren...
Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabras. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate. And he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendev.
That was one hell of a fight.
One hell of a fight calls for one hell of a party.
Or one abyss of a fight. Hell actually kind of hates the abyss. So I suppose it could go both ways.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabras. I get the feeling
That is not as
people are shocked
reassuring.
by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Mayhap so. Mayhap so.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
It's simply unforgivable.
Comes a cheerful voice of someone sitting at the far corner of the table.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, breathe on this for me. For good luck.
I guess. I mean, my character does worship Desna. She is the goddess of luck
Nice.
and freedom.
I'll put it on display at home. Or maybe I'll make a hole in it and wear it as a pendant.
I mean, I know you're being sarcastic, but, you know, you should do that.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Hey, I don't know about Iomade.
Well, a couple perhaps.
There's something about that person. We'll see. I smell major NPC.
Iomade's blessings are not conveyed through stone.
Oh, there goes the cat.
Like officials, we really shouldn't.
Irabeth looks at the end of the table where the voice originated, and her eyes widen as her words trail off. Is it the Queen?
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials, but I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
I mean, no, I suppose not.
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary.
She's funny!
Galfrey of Mendev.
She's funny! I hope she's being funny. Let's see. Queen Galfrey... Oh, whoops. Queen Galfrey is the absolute monarch of the Crusader state of Mendev, and the leader of the Mendevian Crusades. While today the name of the Crusader Queen is known throughout the Inner Sea region, it's easy to forget that Galfrey did not start her rule of Mendev as a paladin of Iomade, but rather of Eredin. Eredin is dead, by the way! When the world wound opened and forever changed Mendev, Galfrey was still an untested young ruler who was forced to deal with the death of her god while simultaneously rallying her nation against the abyssal threat to the west. She rose to the challenge. However, and her leadership was instrumental over the next several years, not only in protecting Mendev from demonic invasions, but also in holding the border against the world wound. When the Church of Iomade organized the First Crusade, it joined forces with Mendev to push back the demon armies. During these battles, Galfrey, time and time again, distinguished herself with a keen grasp of tactics and skill at leadership. But this inspiration went both ways. In the Church of Iomade, Galfrey found something to replace her lost faith. By the time of the First Crusade ended with the apparent defeat of the demon armies, Galfrey had converted and become a worshipper of Iomade, and had completely retrained herself as one of the Inheritor's most devout paladins. Eager to retain such a valuable leader at the head of the Crusades, the Church of Iomade twice purchased and presented to the Queen the rare and expensive Sun Orchid elixir, which extends mortal life beyond its usual span. Thanks to this boon, the Queen has lived and led the Crusaders for more than a century. Let's see here. I did not expect to see the Queen at our table. Or do I throw on the moves? I've heard rumors. And yes, my surprise was manufactured. I knew Queen Galfrey was going to become a player in the game eventually. Even though I didn't get to this part when I was running this campaign as a pen and paper RPG. But as I understand it, she is a romanceable option. However, lawful good? Nope, not gonna go down that route. Shake her hand. I did not expect to see the Queen at our table.
Why not come share your table in a cozy tavern?
Your logic is impeccable.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Oh, can't you see she's not a big on that?
I came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabris will enjoy themselves today. And my reinforcements will ensure peace and order.
That sounds almost ominous. We all need to get some rest. We are celebrating while the demons might be... Oh, I am not that stuffy. Will you join our celebration, Your Majesty?
Please, don't Your Majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Morosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms. Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new hero all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders.
Oh, wait, what? Oh! Like people outside... Oh, that's right. The outside world exists.
Because grand new deeds lie ahead, yes?
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I will admit, the voice acting in this is actually really good. I mean, in Owlcat's last affair, it was also very good. Oh, I should double check. Is my web camera even... Oh, yes, it is. Okay, good. Let me see if anybody's here. Joint Effort. Hello, Joint Effort. You're the only person in the chat, and I don't even know if you're real. Well, anyway, since this is going to go up on YouTube, and I'm theoretically might have other people watching it, I was going to say, Owlcat's first effort, which is fantastic, by the way, not without its flaws, but it's, I mean, just like this one. For example, this one, the evil dialogue needs work, Owlcats. Get on that. But yes, Kingmaker. Incredibly fun. There are issues with the kingdom management rules, but as much as I love Paizo, Paizo has been incredibly guilty of making half-baked rule sets that could really stand more playtesting, and I kind of wish they would playtest rule sets ahead of time before they implement them into adventure paths. And the kingdom management ones, they had a number of flaws. This one apparently goes into mass combat rules, so I'm eager to see how those play out. Thankfully, as I understand it, while they are indeed half-baked, just judging from people who have reviewed the game and played far more of it than I have, since I insist on streaming everything. Why do I do this to myself? They do not take up so much of the game to detract from the true fun. And that was another thing they did right in Kingmaker. They gave you options to more or less shuffle off the kingdom management rules so that you could focus on the more CRPG elements. I like kingdom management, even if it's not good kingdom management. Or even if it's okay kingdom management. Sorry, I am one of those people who automatically associate mediocrity with not good. Because it's true, it is not good, but sometimes it's worse than bad. So thank you for watching my mediocre channel and live stream. Anyway, let's move on. I can go on about my opinions for a long time. Anybody who knows me will attest to this.
I live to please you, my queen.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Sovereign cruelly robbed us of noble Tarendaled, and half of Canabris' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen. And how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack. And we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
Well, subtext.
Drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Keonan, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening. I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate, but all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you, especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word.
Uh-oh.
Mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
Oh boy. I need a little bit more. There are certain people who you do not want the attention of. Rulers tend to be among them. The burning city, sometimes against all the laws of warfare and reason, the outcome of battle is decided. Oh, okay, fine.
Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
I get the impression that the narrator is the architect of the world wound. So I'm gonna say that now, just with her sly intonations and whatnot. She doesn't sound like a protagonist. However, you should not judge a book by its cover or someone's character by their voice. I mean, mine is positively creepy, so obviously, but I'm obviously a gem of a person. So, who knows? Maybe they're a paladin. I really like Ember. Ember is adorable, and I will slaughter whoever messes with her. Darren is fun, too. Oh, wait, what? How is your adventure going? Let us know. Leave a review. Maybe once I get a few books in. It's going to take a while, but I will leave a review. That said, well, hold on. I want to see. I believe the commander's military is built on intellect. Oh, never mind. That said, I want more food, so I'm going to go nuke it in just a moment. After this, though. Is that him next to Erebeth? Erebeth? Is that the hero of the hour? The queen is coming! The queen! Oh my god, the screen tearing is terrible. Maybe I shouldn't do this in full screen.
Because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canobris. Pride, because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Galfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss.
Wait, what?
The hero of Canobris.
No!
Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your
Wait,
lead from now unto victory or death.
Well, crap.
Now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed.
Alright. Fun.
There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Wonderful. How many of you would trust me to be a military leader? No one? Good! That means you all have sense. Commander, please allow me to join you while you inspect our encampment. Certainly! However, I am going to tweak some things. I'm going to pause here. And as much as I love all of this, I think I need to shrink the window. At least until I get a better monitor or a better graphics card. Because the screen tearing is bothering me, and I can't imagine how it's showing up on the recording or the stream. So, pardon me as I make a few adjustments. Live on camera, because I am a professional. Alright, I don't want to go to here. Alright. Yep. Wait a minute, is staying full screen? Oh my god! That's horrible. Let's not do that. Options. Graphics. I forgot I wanted to go to window. There we go. Actually, I wonder, can I do it this way? 1680, 1050. No, that's not gonna. It's not gonna be a ratio that'll stream well. All right, let's do that. Much better. All right, so that means I have to go and fix this. There we are. And I should go over to the no-cam version and fix that as well. Okay. Now, that being said, I am going to go heat up some food. Because it's tasty and I'm hungry. And yeah. I'll be right back. All right, so I am back. Let's get right back into this. Oh, I suppose while I'm doing this, I should have my chat up, just in case somebody wants to talk to me. But nobody loves me. Alright, anyway. Irabeth. Oh, storyteller! How are you? We're going to talk to you first. Allow me to congratulate you on your victory and on acquiring mythical powers capable of casting down the strongest of demons. Pardon me. I've got that page you were looking for from the Grey Garrison. Ah, yes, you were right. Another piece of evidence from the past I have forgotten. The old elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger, more energetic. My hand touches the stone wall. The cold pierces my palm like the teeth of a hungry dog sinking into a piece of meat. I don't take my hand away. I let the stone enjoy my warmth in return for its service. It accepts my caress and my unasked question, the one it's been asked thousands upon thousands of times. Where should I go next? Behind me, I hear the loud stomping of the minotaurs that guard this god's forsaken place. I tricked and outwitted them, leaving only a trace of my presence. There is darkness lurking up ahead, honing its swords, claws, and teeth in the hope that a rare traveler visits its lair. But today, it will get no one. This labyrinth is alive. Its red-veined stone walls resemble the guts of a huge creature. If you keep still and listen closely, you can hear it breathing in the wind that sweeps through this place. Where do I go from here? Forward, to the place whence the wind carried a faint chuckle, whence comes the faint smell of ash, whence a few ages ago Demon Lord Baphomet began his great escape. Baphomet? Are you inside his labyrinth? Yes, I am traveling through the Ivory Labyrinth. This is not the most pleasant of my journeys, but it is necessary to reach my goal. How were you able to evade all the dangers of the Ivory Labyrinth? It's almost like you are an arc wizard, like you told me last time. Have you forgotten who you are speaking to? I am the last Archmage of Keonan. All right. Called it! I have been to many dangerous places, and this is just one of the many. It won't be the last. What do you need from the Ivory Labyrinth? An answer to a question. A key to a secret. Knowledge that can save many lives. A sliver of a smile appears on the storyteller's lips. My kinfolk were weaklings and cowards. They ran from danger, but one stood up to my enemy, and Baphomet will give me the weapon to win. Interesting. Please, continue the joke. For several years, I have thought about how to defeat Earthfall. My enemy has no flesh, and is impossible to kill. It blazes through everything in its path. It doesn't enslave, but destroys life itself. And I have found the answer. I know how to save my world. Earthfall came to destroy Galarian. Its strike was brutal, and my world barely withstood it. But what if Earthfall was resisted by not one world, but several worlds at once? What if Heaven or Elysium come to help the dying Galarian? If I manage to merge my world with another one, meld them together, the power of the disaster will weaken. The denizens of Golarion will be able to temporarily take shelter in the adjacent plane. Civilizations will not die. Our culture will continue to exist. We will not be forgotten. Baphomet, the cunning and insidious lord of Minotaurs, was once a captive in Asmodeus's prison. But only 10 years passed before Baphomet was able to escape, taking his own prison with him, which later became the Ivory Labyrinth. Such an achievement deserves respect, and it is the goal of my research. Moving matter between planes is what interests me now.
Ooh, that's dark.
I stop near strange symbols covering the wall of the labyrinth. I run my hand over them to ensure they're real. Encrypted riddles drawn by Baphomet during his imprisonment. I take out the bark-covered notebook and painstakingly copy the symbols into it. Behind me, 2 Minotaurs are fighting, deceived by the net of spells I've wrapped around myself like a blanket.
Do you want to connect the planes? That's dangerous. A bark-covered notebook, the one your mentor gave you. What happened next? Let's go with number 2.
Yes, blinded by my pride, I tore it to pieces. When I thought I would not follow my kinfolk, blinded by my pride, I tore it to pieces. When I thought I would not follow my kinfolk, I am still not going to run. But the knowledge written in this notebook by my former mentor might serve my purpose. The elves managed to open a portal to Solvirian, and keep it open until all our people escaped from Golarion. Their cowardice deserves disdain, but their knowledge is unquestionable. I returned to Keonan and gathered the pieces of my torn notebook. Now, it is my sword aimed at the heart of Earthfall. By combining the wisdom of the elves, and the cunning of Baphomet, I will save the world.
That sounds not smart.
Keonan, the homeland of the elven race on Golarion. Keonan was almost completely evacuated by the elves just before the fall of the Starstone. They only recently, by elven standards, returned to Golarion to reclaim their ancient homeland, and have become an isolationist realm, allowing few non-elven visitors into their mist-shrouded capital of Ayadara.
Alright, do you want to connect the planes? That sounds dangerous or something.
Hold on, I've got a message.
Excellent. The elves are being depicted like the cowards they are. Pardon me. I admit, I have preferred, fantasy ancestries. Elves are not one of them.
The elf is silent for a moment. When he talks, there is disdain in his voice. Dangerous? Difficult? Almost impossible? But tell me, is this risk not worth the Thassalon Empire perishing before my eyes? Does Golgon, the Cyclops Kingdom, deserve death? What about the Aboleth Empire? The storyteller moves his lips silently. Another plane will pay for saving Golarion. There will be wars, and then a new world will come. But we will survive. We will defeat Earthfall. And history will not condemn victors.
What happened next?
I copied the strange symbols into the notebook. I haven't the slightest idea what these scribbles mean. What was the future demon lord thinking when he wrote them? Well, he was imprisoned in a cell with no way out. Was he still in his right mind? I will need help to understand these notes. Otherwise, decrypting them might take more time than Pharasma has given me. One of the minotaurs behind me killed the other one, tore his heart out and devoured it. His blood-stained nose sniffs the air sharply. His bloodshot eyes shift from wall to wall. He senses a stranger, but he doesn't scare me. I am certain of my powers and the spells hiding me. I have done my work now and can now leave this place. And still I linger. What is this strange presence I feel behind me? Like someone is watching me despite all the protective spells. "Who are you?" I ask carefully, not hoping for an answer. "Darkness," a coy female voice whispers in my ear. Against my will, I shudder. The storyteller stops talking for a long while. The vision ended at the most interesting moment, didn't it? Please find the rest of the pages from this bark-covered book. I must know what happened next. Tell me about Earthfall. They are leaving. The people of Keonan faced the coming Earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurried to the gate to Silverian, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Galarian. I am ashamed. I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. Oh, I already read all this. That's fine. Time to go open it. Yep. Earthfall happened at night. Yes, read all that before. Continent of Asland, Keonan. Yes. What are you going to do next? I need to think. Yes. Already. Alright, so. I wish you interesting adventures. Wait, no, there's still more. No? Okay, never mind. Nino! I hope we meet Descari and Baphomet soon. I have numerous questions for them. Of course you do. Of course you do. Everybody keep her to the back of the lines. I've made my spaghetti sauce, but not spaghetti, because these noodles are not spaghetti. These are the noodles that look like a Tim Burton bow tie. I forget what they're called. Either way, I needed noodles, and I already had a bunch of noodles, so I made these, whatever they are. Alright, let's be off. Oh! Little pine cone. Or, sorry, little pipe treater. There. I know words. Little pipe cleaner trees. Almost like the trees up in Fairbanks, Alaska. Or maybe they're just babies. Could be just babies. Alright, I want to go over here. Recruit, what are you doing? Finally, a crusade. It's high time we destroyed the demonic abominations. Yes. I'm just gonna loot my darling Lina. What's this? Cold iron masterwork? Flail? Spear. No, don't want to loot that. Like, I might get a few shekels for the cold iron masterwork, but... Alright, so we've got to explore the entire map! No excuses. Every bit of this map must be explored. Those are just generic crusaders. We're still going to loot. Who's over here? More generic crusaders. Do they have anything interesting to say? It's hard, but we have to be tough. These are all the Knights of Canabras, all that's left. Orders that were billeted in the city. Of the orders that were billeted in the city. First Irabeth, now another upstart commander. Our queen sure does like them wet behind... Oh, you don't make me... I will curse you! No, I won't. Alright, more items. We just do not... Oh, that's a chapel tent?
Beautiful.
Alright, let's go into the chapel tent. Oh, wait. I'm going around this way, so I might as well loot this. More weapons I don't need. More crusaders. It's an honor! Thanks? Irabeth, where are you going? I swear, they still need to work on the pathfinding in this. It's like, I'm gonna go take a jog around the tent. Alright. Altar of Torag, father of creation, the dwarven god of craft and kin. Altar of Serenray, healing light, the goddess of sun, healing and redemption. Altar of Erastil, old Deadeye, the god of hunting, farming, and a quiet pastoral life. Altar of Desna, the great dreamer, goddess of freedom, travel, luck, and dreams. Hey, that's my goddess! This place has been sanctified. It can protect the area around it from the corruption of the abyss. Altar of Iomde, light of the sword, the goddess of justice and valor, and the patron of the Crusades. Alright, going outside. That was fun. Good food, good food, good food. Recruits! Happy to serve, Commander! What's this? Field medic! Oh, wait, nope, not there. This is the field hospital. Alas, the clerics of Canabras suffered especially heavy losses. So we're in desperate need of our healers. We are few, but the gods are with us. The prayers of the good people around the world are with us. Dear lady, you've been standing here for a long time. Would you like help? Who, me? No, I definitely would not. Please, act like I'm not here and I just like to watch people work. Camellia, you are not doing a good job of making me feel like you aren't going to be a traitor. Beautiful day, isn't it? Kiado. Who's Kiado? Teacher! I sharpened your quills. Oh, that's right. He's got the scrolls. Who is the boy with you? Oh, this one? Kiado, the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy. His faith is strong, and he serves Erastil, though... but there's still something he can learn from an old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. Tell me about the Abyss's corruption. As you know... Oh, God. Apologies. So, one of the weakest forms of exposition... in existence, I guess, in storytelling, be it books, be it games, be it film, is as you know. Because, yes, the people know, but the only reason to say, as you know, is because you are telling the audience, and unless, I mean, I imagine there's a way you can handle it well, but... in almost every case, it is a terrible form of exposition. Anyway, as you know, the wound is a rift between Golarion and the Abyss. No shit! And all the evil that feeds the Abyss does the opposite in our world. It feeds on Golarion. So, it is that even when we cannot see demons near us, our ultimate foe, the Abyss, is always surrounding us. Many soldiers fighting in the World Wound experience similar things. They suffer terrible nightmares, get no peace, and sometimes even lose their minds. But we are trained to help you with this affliction. By the will of Abadar, I have consecrated an altar here. The god's grace permeates the space around it, soothing one's soul and quieting thoughts during rest. So if you find your nerves are fraying, seek out a holy place like this. Approach it, and all the corruption will be cleansed from you and seen. Anyway, I need to sell shit. Oh my god, I got a lot of shit to sell. Alright, Warhammer. Check. Shiny Dagger. +1 cold iron, finesse wielding, critical hit. Target becomes blind. I'm taking that. Short bow. Short sword. Sickle. Sickle of Falter. That's been mine for a while. Spiked heavy shield. I might keep that. Star knife. It's just a regular star knife, nothing special. Tongi, nothing special. Quarterstaff, punching daggers, mordant war axe. This +1 dwarven war axe deals 1d3. I'll keep that. Masterwork scythe, masterwork scimitar, rapier, longbow, masterwork glaive, masterwork bardage, long swords, long spear, light crossbow, heavy flail of weakness. I'm gonna sell that. Heavy crossbow, glaive. What's this one? Flail of light burst. Deals 1d6 positive energy damage. That sounds good for a fight against demons. Fouchard, Everburning Torch. I can sell a couple of those. Dwarven War Axe, Dueling Sword, Darts, Dark Glowing Scythe. It's a +2 weapon. Whenever this +2 scythe lands a hit on an enemy, it deals an additional 1d3 negative energy damage, and the target must pass a reflex saving throw DC 15 or suffer an additional 1 negative energy damage each round for 1d4 rounds. Nope. I don't really see myself as having a reason to keep that around. Cold Iron Masterwork Short Sword, Long Sword, Cold Iron Long Spear, Cold Iron Falchion. It's a martial weapon. I'll keep it. Club with nails. I'm going to sell it. Club. Claw of Jistka. Flaming finesse wheel. I'm keeping that. I like flaming weapons. Blocker. It's a great axe. When this +1 cold iron great axe lands a hit on an enemy, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw or become prone for 1 round. Abrupt force. I'll keep this. Alright, let's go to armor. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let me keep the padded armor. I might shove it in a chest. Chainmail. Baphomet Cultist's Heavy Shield. What do we have here? Golden Medallion. Gold Ring. Amethyst Ring. Anything here? I don't know why bourbon isn't considered a cooking ingredient. It's actually really good. I love to use it as part of a marinade for steaks. I'm going to be really upset if I get out of this and I find that it turns out some of these things were actually really valuable. Because I'm like trying to get over my desire to hoard in these games. Port! I have to keep all of these drinks away from Darren. Otherwise he might end up being an HR issue. We definitely don't want that. Oh! Not selling that one. Can I give that to Tyra Blade? I mean, it's an heirloom. I love how they're like, you don't need any utensils. Just eat with your hands. Drink from the wineskin and don't bother with any sanitization. Woohoo! I have money! And that was a very fitting climactic crescendo. All right. Excellent. I don't know if any of my people can actually do light armor. But I feel like I'll sell that, and then I'll wish I had it, because it would be useful to certain spellcasters. But I don't know. We shall see. Alright, I am done with this. Camellia is still making me nervous. Happy to serve, Commander. Find the location of the recruits from Nerosian. It's frightening to leave Canabras, but attacking is the best way to defend it. Too bad they're only recruits. But that's alright. We'll bring them up to speed. Alright. Hey, it's Onyx! So picture this. My sword is by the fire. There's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent. And I'm sat in the bushes, wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail, once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me to not go into the bushes without my sword. So what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. So they all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me, so I jump over to the fire, wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword and I yell in my big tough voice, "O Inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures!" My sword's shining, the goblins are screaming, and I jump to attack them and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never take a step without my weapon. Sela takes a sip from her flask. That's actually pretty good. That's some story. Hey, stop, Goldbean. Leave some for us. We're only just set off and you're already drinking? And the queen in the camp? Stop this at once. The knights quickly snap to attention. Sela raises the flask and says loudly, "Right you are, Commander Tyrablade. We are but drinking to the queen's health. Give me a sip too, to her majesty's health." Irbeth rubs her forehead with the palm of her hand. "Commander, are you sure this is the right way to train your soldiers?" "Never mind, it's your business." Hey, it's not my fault somebody decided to go and make me a commander. That's so good. All right. Nothing interesting here. Lan, how you doing, buddy? Hey, the Mad Gator, I was trying to say the Knight Commander commands the Knights really fast, and I just almost twisted my tongue. What are you looking up at the sky for? You think winged demons are about to fall on us? Maybe they will, but I actually just like looking at the sky. I like Lan. Clouds, you know, I haven't seen them since I was a kid. I almost forgot what they looked like. I love that there's a cat following, like just wandering around. So many pets. Oh! We have summoned earth elementals. It's an honor! That's actually kind of cool. It's like, our guard is tireless stone. Alright. Let's go over here. We have another thing of loot. Though I don't think I'm going to be going after much loot in all of this. Like, so many cold iron stuff. It would be really funny if they set it up so that depending on how much stuff you looted from the weapon racks, it's screwed with your first engagement. I would hate it, but I would laugh. It's like someone took all our weapons and sold them for scrolls. I'll take those, though. Happy to serve, Commander. Yes, yes. Happy. Honored. Give me the money in that chest. Thank you. Alright. Oh, am I already back around where I started? Ah, wonderful. Well, let's go over here, because there were a few... Oh, here's Ember. I've seen so many happy faces today. It's so good. So many of our own have perished. And for what? Hey, at least we don't have any Inquisitors trying to kill people. Ducking Inquisitors. Grandma Gretlin the Director. Oh, I remember them. Grandma Gretlin the Director, a well-dressed old dwarf, is lecturing a motley company, shaking her ladle at them belligerently. Noticing you, she flings up her hands. Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We're the crew from the next door theater company, the one you saved in Canabris. Back when you weren't the commanderness yet. As you can see, we've come on the campaign with you. Oh, we have our own USO troop. We signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up a theater is expensive, so we all have to take side jobs. But we don't stop what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legendary feats. Grandma Gretlin, the Director. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find people to play hordes of demons, and we decided against using a ritual to summon real demons. Luckily, we have Master Kem. He's invented a way to solve our problems using sound. Kem, the Sound Master. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burned-out village. The glum... Oh, sorry. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burnt-out village. The glum and... Sorry, I thought it was one of the gnomes or halflings talking. The glum and husky half-orc mumbles. We put the piglets in a box and scare them a little, and the sound they make is just like an approaching demon horde. But the most important question is, of course, choosing a lead actor. Who will play the great Knight Commander? We had a right Barney over it, breaking a number of lances, as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of back scratchers. But we just couldn't decide, no matter what. Maybe you can help us. We have two candidates that are most suited to the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism upon the stage, Commander. I'm
to be played by a gnome. Oh, who cares about that? I don't need a theater like this. What if I order the soldiers? Oh my god. How to be a killjoy? A Cyclops actor? I really wanted to talk to him. He's completely tame, believe me. Has a few issues with articulation, but what a powerful physique. We'll make him a nice costume. Wash him up, brush his hair. He doesn't have hair. Truth be told, in our show, you mainly just make short heroic exclamations at the fateful moment, like, "Onward!" or "We will never give up!" or "My heart burns with courage!" Lambkin can definitely handle the script. What about a gnome? Not a gnome, two gnomes. Rubbledum and Hierophant are twins. One of them sits on the other's shoulders and puts on a long coat so they can play tall characters. They switch places every so often, so each gets their moment of fame. And that way, they each only have to learn half the script. Oh my god. I'm actually indecisive. Like, I can have a Cyclops play me, or two gnomes in a trench coat. I clearly have to ask for help. Hold on, since nobody is chatting, all one of you, I am going to ask a friend. Okay, need help. There is a theater troupe that want to play, that are indecisive about who should play my character in their recreation of my adventures. A Cyclops or two gnomes in a trench coat? I honestly can't decide. Oh, food. All right. Waiting for two gnomes. All right. The consensus is in. I guess I have to say, don't you have any? All right, I've made my decision. We're a small, poorly funded theater, and we only have a few actors, but they're all so talented, one of a kind. I've chosen the ones that are best fit for your role. Trust my vision. I have more than a few successful plays under my belt. All right, I've made my decision. I will be played by the Gnome Twins. Wonderful. Sorry we took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pots, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't embarrass old Grandma now. I love this troop. Any harm comes to them, I will destroy whoever does it. I'll probably destroy whoever thinks it, honestly. I need to talk to Lambkin. Hey, Lambkin, how are you? Lambkin is my name. I am actor. Lambkin, your gem. I love Lambkin. Lambkin's my favorite now. Alright, let's see what's over here, since I've done everything to avoid going to the... Oh, hello. Ah, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Darren flashes you a self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance is coming to an end. Very soon you will depart on your crusade, where you'll scrape by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amid snoring soldiers, be rudely awoken by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs, before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me, too. I've just rented a sailboat in the south.
I've also hired an excellent chef and a host of other entertainments. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Darren pauses, then suddenly adds in a more serious voice, "You know, I am genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent a little more time together. But of course, not under these conditions. The Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. And I'll be blunt, you don't intrigue me, not in the way you obviously had in mind. But you are a valuable companion. You could have stayed in my party. You know, I would like it if you stayed. You intrigue me, too. If you feel you don't belong here, go. But I'd like to see you again someday in the future, to get to know you better. You can throw a banquet to celebrate our victory in Dresden. What do you say?" Oh, this is a tough one. Throwing me a banquet in Dresden. You know what? Let's go that route. Darren here. Darren? Victory in Dresden. Your optimism is so charming. Oh, God, I didn't mean to click on that. Well, okay. Darren smirks and seems to start slightly. He continues in a more even tone. Well, should you prove lucky enough to survive by some miracle, come and find me. Perhaps I shall even remember you. No promises, though. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory on this most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or, if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. Darren smirks before instantly losing all interest in you. Or, at least, he pretends to. I'm too tired to stand. When will we be able to lie down? The Count is so gallant, so handsome, and most importantly, ever so rich. It's hard to imagine a more agreeable gentleman. I can only imagine Darren played by a blonde Lucifer from the show. Actual Lucifer from the comics was blonde. Alright, whose tent is this? Nura Dendawar's. Who's Nura? This is Nura Dendawar's tent. It seems she brought a lot of unnecessary items with her. Oh, well, good. Second astonishing explanation. I'll just help myself. Just don't look, Irabeth. It's okay. I forget who Nura is anyway. Oh my god. That is crowded. Tyrablade's tent, huh? Well, this is mine and Nevia's tent. We're both used to traveling, but the Queen insisted this tent be furnished like a commanding officer's. This massive bed is clean and neatly made. Only commanding officers are allowed such luxury during marches. Pardon me. Adventures of Fearless Crusader Briggy the Sausage Maker? Oh, I gotta keep that. Half plates. You already have armor, Irabeth. It's just an Earthbreaker. I'll take that. That. Yeah, you can keep the rest. Alright, thank you. Thank you, Irabeth. You're ever so generous with your things. Uh-oh. It froze. Okay, there we go. And Commander's tent. Alright, now I gotta see... and I can't zoom in on the map. Terrain type Highlands. Okay. Chapel tent, Field Medic. Onyx and Sela. Lan, already spoke to him. Nura... Dendawar's tent, Tyrablade's tent, Field Medic. I guess there's only one more place to go, and that is the Commander's tent. Oh, Horgus Worm and Wilsor Garms. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Hello. Yes, 3 cheers for the Commander. Now answer my question. Where is the male shirts? According to the paperwork, we're supposed to have 50. I personally deposited the money for them in the Armory's treasury. Wilsor Garms, the burly soldier with an impressive beard, greets you with a broad smile. Wilsor Garms, the camp quartermaster, at your service. How may I be of service? They mostly tell tales of about your unusual power, but they don't shy away from talking about you as a person, too. Soldiers are always like that. If Iomade herself descended from heaven, you'd bet they'd jabber on about how she grips her sword and how good she looks in her armor. Word is, you're a skilled fighter, much faster and more dangerous than a knight in full armor. That you rush around the battlefield like the wind, and no demon can outrun you. That before someone can even finish blinking, the Commander will be standing beside them, even though he was nowhere to be seen a second before. If only, gods, I want that ability. I should say that I came up with that last one myself, and did my best to drop it into conversation whenever I could. Teaches the rank and file not to let their guards down, if they know their superior could pop up behind them at any moment. Oh, hey, that's really cool. Double jeopardy. I don't care. Heavy shield. The wielder of this +2 spiked heavy shield uses it for a shield bash. It behaves like a vicious weapon, dealing an extra 2d6 points of damage to the opponent and 1d6 points of damage to the wielder. No thank you. Flowing scales. 7, this +2 scale armor gives the attacks against the wearer. Oh. That's not bad. A lot of +1 daggers, light maces, punching daggers +1. Okay. So it's mostly just +1 weapons. If there is a +1 weapon I want, it is here, even if I want to wield 2 of them. That said, I should probably get a martial weapon proficiency so I can wield a star knife. It is finesse, so I can wield it with finesse. That is good. That is excellent. A lot of full plate, a lot of half plate, tower shields, heavy shields, light shields. So basically every... Okay. Alright. Rock of Nature. +2 insight bonus to AC against attacks made with natural weapons. Mithril chainmail, adamantine, mithril breastplate, adamantine full plate, +1. Ooh, that is expensive stuff. Okay. Okay. Lesser gloves of dueling, bracers of rough landing, flying enemies. Oh. Amulet of jousting, amulet of mighty fists, amulet of agile fists. Ring of protection +2. Okay. A lot of goodies there. Nothing else, it seems, except for camping supplies and apprentice lockpicks. Alright. I will keep that in mind. Yes, yes. 3 cheers for the commander. Now, so that... Oh, Horgus! Queen is expecting you, Knight Commander, so I shall not detain you. We will talk later after the Sovereign departs. Woljif, how are you? Do you know what the Queen does to people who keep her waiting? I don't know, but you better not find out. Jernog! We spoke in Defender's Heart. So you're the commander of the Crusade now. Erastil knows it's hard to imagine. May the gods help you prevail. What were you doing? What I was bound to do under my holy orders. I healed the wounded and buoyed the healthy to fight another day. Humble priest of Erastil. Oh, don't take it amiss, but no, I haven't. I have my own task. I'm needed in Chili Creek, a tiny hamlet, which, due to some oversight, has been left without a priest these many years. I'm about to set sail there. I'll be making my journey along Old Man Sellin. Alright, I have to go. May Erastil watch over you. Okay. Oh. There's another box I need to loot. There we are. I'll worry about selling that stuff later. Alright, I've taken my tour. I'm finally going back to the command tent. Good food is good. So before I talk to the Queen, a lictor. Oh, Leoter. Sorry, I thought it was a lictor. That would be a Hell Knight. You'll be able to spare me some time after all the formalities. Happy to help the cause, Commander. Social. It's good to meet you, Commander. Loot. It's all just loot. It's just half plate. Ooh, take that, that. Isn't it war profiteering if I take all of these weapons and armor and sell it back to them? Oh! And this one's mine. Alright, so I'm going to save some of this. There's Decimation. I definitely want to save that. I have a feeling I'm going to get a Dwarf eventually. Shiny Dagger. I think I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep the Finesse Weapons. Enhancement, Cold Iron. So I can always come back. Well, I won't keep that one. Well, actually, no. I should keep the Flame of Jiska. I mean, a Flaming Sword is such a staple of fantasy that I feel like I am obligated to at least have one on my person at all times. Alright, let's talk to the Queen. The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the 5th Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds.
Mercenaries! Excellent. I know a blue company that's up to the task.
I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
Ooh.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Vainik.
Oh. Alright.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I don't know how I feel about having an inquisitor who is especially when they were trying to kill people of my faith up in here.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it.
Okay. Aren't you a bundle of energy?
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Alright.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
She's already left. She just, like, turned her back on you and walked out? That's very rude. Whatever. Let's see here. Well, when we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd be stupid. And I mean, you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme. And beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it.
Ooh. Not a good idea, but alright.
However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade.
The joy of being a PC, I suppose. I have some questions about the mission to retake a now demonic stronghold.
Of I shall answer.
Alright. How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden? I know I've gone through this before.
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minagho convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton Vane. I saw him at the Grey Garrison. He defected to the demon's side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
The Hell Knights are a collection of knightly orders with a unique focus on promulgation of law. Unlike paladins, they are interested less in social good and charity than in the foundation and stringent maintenance of order at all costs. If people cannot be trusted to obey the law out of their own sense of civility and social righteousness, Hell Knights provide the need to obey out of fear of a master's stern hand. I am tempted to play a Hell Knight later on, but the evil dialogue options have left much to be desired. I can't believe no one decided to punish him unofficially. Right. It was a tough choice, I understand. I mean, like, Good. Good gets 2 options. You punished him with a life of disgrace and humiliation, and that life finally broke him. And sad, but not surprising. You could have exiled him, let him go wherever he wanted. That way, he would have either changed his life for the better, or realized he had no one to blame but himself. I like that. I also like the good option, but I am supposed to be a chaotic character. Lawful, you shouldn't have stayed the hand of justice. If he died, he wouldn't be betraying you again now. Whatever.
Perhaps exile would have been a more merciful sentence than decades of service among those who despised him. I was hoping he might atone for his guilt with a heroic act, but he likely decided that atonement was impossible, and he might as well give himself over to evil.
Well, be that as it may, what forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit.
Okay.
These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that's just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The 5th Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
I like your confidence. I really want to make a character that's basically Caiaphas Cain. Like a rogue fighter type. I think he would be a rogue fighter. Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it would go over well. Well, no, I suppose certain chaotic dialogue options would work. None of the evil ones. It's been decades! No one has managed to... Yeah, let's go with that.
A chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris.
Alright.
We must attack swiftly, before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
Well, that's good. What about our long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever? I'd rather just not be just a Pyrrhic victory that delays the inevitable.
Now you are talking like a real knight commander.
I was thinking just being practical, but...
Is not easy.
Okay.
To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory. We call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened.
Oh, alright.
The main rift lies through the city of Iz, and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the Magus to explore the origins of the World Wound. So
I'm sorry.
the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World
What?
Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss.
Did you just pronounce it mages? Mages! Not mages. Oh, God. It's like pages. Mages. Come on. I know there's magi, but no!
Wonderful.
Do you know that the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Canobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts. But my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the Wardstone in Canobris, and were able to save this gift of Iomede. It was a deed worthy of a knight commander of the Fifth Crusade.
The Queen subtly inclines her head in solemn acknowledgement of your service. You should know, I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canabris. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow, he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the World Wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again? Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
I was just curious. Come on, God, you don't have to be all high and mighty about it, Queen. My Queen, I'd ask you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the Crusade, and the blessing of Iomade that you carry may be decisive in this battle. I mean, sure, why not?
A polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign?
Yep. Yes, I know I thought my alignment was already chaotic good.
I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack.
Well, come back in disguise.
Rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine.
What?
I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards.
Oh,
we'll change
all right.
our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito.
Sure, that sounds smart.
Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
She's lawful good, but I kind of want to flirt with her. Anyway, the task is clear.
Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Oh, what's that?
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
Plenipotentiary without portfolio? Alright, hold on. Google, help. Plenipotentiary? Plenipotentiary. A person, especially a diplomat, invested with the full power of independent action on behalf of their government, typically in a foreign country. Without portfolio. What's without portfolio? Without portfolio. Minister without portfolio definition. I mean, I'm learning something new here, kids. Is a politician who's given the rank of minister without being given responsibility for any particular area of a government's activities. Oh. Makes sense. You probably don't want to give him influence. This is a big screw you to him.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you haven't given him this chance to serve the common cause.
I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count. But your conduct in Canobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. all of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation.
Oh, the pettiness!
Your devoted admirers.
Oh, the
I
pettiness!
heard that one bard,
I love it.
whom you are particularly friendly, has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Count offers a bow either as a sign of respect or in order to hide his flushed face. Only the barest quaver can be heard in his voice.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
Alright, I have to admit, I like this queen. The road to the world wound awaits! Anevia's here. Hi, Anevia. How's it going? So tell me straight, how'd that brawl at the Grey Garrison end? I heard rumors, of course. That's kind of my job, you know, to listen. You've no idea what cobblers the Crusaders say. What cobblers the Crusaders say about you? Some say that Ayomade came to you and appointed you her herald. Others say that you died, and honest-to-God's angel is now leading the army... Okay. Disguised as you. Still, others say it is just an explosion at an alchemist lab, and I'm the one spreading rumors about your powers. I wish. But you know, you really have changed since Grey Garrison. It's hard to describe, but you become kind of... Ah, crap. Stronger? Not really. More charismatic, more stately, smarter, more dangerous. Sure, more dangerous. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You're dangerous, Commander. And by Desna, I hope you'll be dangerous to our enemies and not to us. Or to yourself. Cool. I will watch myself. I will also... What's this? Oh, is that a bed? Oh, crap. I didn't mean to... Nope. Can I cancel? Can I cancel? How do I... There we go. That scared me. Alright, so let's go ahead and put away... You know, I don't have any Patreons right now, but one thing I will do is I will make a video of me reading through all of this stuff, all of this lore, and I will... Grace of Peace. Oh, that's neat. And I will then... I will then post it to Patreon as an exclusive. Alright, let's see here. So, Burning City, Common Cause, Cold Waters, The Outcast, and Cold Waters are still going on. So now we're going to have to go to Chili Creek. We have to bring the banner over the Citadel. That's our next big mission. We still have More Than Nothing, Nameless Ruins with Nino, League of the Inspiring Cart. While the World Burns, I have to talk to Leoter. Talk to Social. Opening, Crusade Quests, opening. Last chapter to complete, will fail onward. Wipe out the band of cultists. Participate in the entire retreating in the direction to... Alright, so I have to wipe out cultists. Cool, I've got the notes. In pursuit of the past. Alright, so that's an ongoing thing. I have to retrieve an ancient artifacts. Ask Irbeth how the scabbard for her family's heirloom sword ended up in a smuggler's cache. Alright. Now for an exciting and thrilling part where I level up things. But this isn't a normal... Oh, it is a normal level up. Well, crap. Alright. fine. I'm going to do Witch of the Veil, because I have to get up to level 2 spells before I can go with, so we'll do Witch of the Veil. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay, well, obviously Trickery and Mobility need to go up. Stealth, I am less concerned about Stealth. Perception, though. I'll keep Perception. Wow. My perception is still pretty high, regardless. Alright. Well, there we go. Now, I need to pick spells. What I have for my spells already, I have Cure Light Wounds. Oh, I do get second level spells now. Marvelous. I get to pick 2. Obviously, I'm going to pick Cure Light Wounds. But what about the rest? Ooh. Hey, go away. Molten Orb. You create a fist-sized red-hot ball of molten metal. Does 2d6 points of fire damage. Every creature within 5 feet of where the ball takes... Oh, okay, so it's like a teeny-tiny fireball. See invisibility. That is important. You know, I am gonna take Molten Orb. Thank you very much. My dex is at 20. That is excellent. Woot! Alright. Obviously, that means I have other people to level up. Here we have Sociel. Shellen. Ah, Paladin of Shellen. Interesting. Oh, Cleric. Sorry. My bad. A Cleric of Shellen. And it's a... Alright, so I'm going to have to take into account a better variety for my away teams, as it were. So he has Bit of Luck. Luck Domain. That is Shellen, right? I didn't know Shellen was luck. Alright. 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 Good, good. Marshall. Oh, they do well with Glaive. I should give them a Bardage. Divine Fortune. Holy Lance. So they are 6th level. Okay. Okay. And it looks like they're just a straight-up cleric. No subclasses or anything. That's kind of cool. And, of course, Onyx is still at a strapping 5th level. A very strong and mighty horse, of course. Darren is leveling up to 6th level, I believe. We'll keep him as a straight oracle. I'm sorry, Darren is anything but straight. We'll keep him as a oracle. Alright, so he already has Lesser Restoration, Hold Person, and Cure Moderate Wounds. Let's give him an offensive spell, shall we? How? Oh, 3rd level spells. Ooh. You know, let's do Archon's Aura. I know I should get Cure Serious Wounds, but he's going to get that eventually, so... Yeah, Archon's Aura. Alright, that was not expected. Now we have to pick his Mythic ability. And his Mythic ability focuses on Boundless Healing, because apparently this bastard is somehow a primary healer. I mean, good for him, but yeah. Alright, so we got him. So now, let's do another person who I'm probably not going to have in my group all that often. Bam, bam. There we are. Really? Oh, okay. And we'll give her a mythic ability. Abundant casting. Sure, that actually makes sense. We'll give her abundant casting. Now we have Nemia. Nemia, what do you got for me? You're a wizard, scroll savant. You are going to just stay a wizard. There's no reason for me to give you anything else. Lore, religion. No, we're just going to keep you on use magic device. Alright. Displacement. Oh, alright. No, I'll do that. Do we have any other abilities? We are at 3rd level spells. Let's do... oh, Vampiric Touch could be useful. She needs more offensive spells, but the problem is way too many of these creatures. Oh my god, there are so many spells here. Flare Burst, Magic Weapon, Stone Fist, Touch, True Strike, Raymond, Feeblement. Oh, okay. We're in the 1st level spells. That's why. It's showing me all the spells, not just the 3rd level spells. So, I will get... I mean, I already have Fireball. Why not Lightning Bolt? It's a greater magical weapon. This spell functions like magical weapon, except that it gives the weapon enhancement bonus and damage bonus of +1 per 4 caster levels, maximum +5. This bonus does not allow the weapon to bypass damage reduction aside from magic. Blink, that is incredibly useful. She's getting displacement, so I think I'm going to get Lightning Bolt. If I pick up the... Alright, so Woljif, I've already leveled up a lot of people in their mythic abilities. So Woljif is an Eldritch Scoundrel, and I'm going to advance that. I still feel like I need to give Woljif, like, light armor proficiency or something. Acid Arrow. Let's do Cat's Grace and Mirror Image. Because he will need to... Let's see, do we have anything else? Actually, before I get rid of Mirror Image, I want to see... Well, no, we are on... No, we are in 2nd level spells. Cat's Grace, Mirror Image... Scorching Ray, Stone Call... Since I have him go into melee more than I probably should, I'm going to give him Mirror Image. I just saw a message. Oh, hello, Nala. How are you? Okay, that is something I will have to deal with later. Nala, honey, darling. How about you... Yes. Down here. No? Here. Nala, how about some treats? There you go. Yes. Eat some treats. Oh, you are eating the treats. Half the time I give her treats and she walks away, like, all snooty, like, how dare you try to bribe me, young sir? I gave her treats now and she's like, fuck yeah, I'll take treats. Alright. Well, guess what, Nala? You get 2 more. Alright, Stigmatized Witch. She will get that, that, and that. I think we have enough people with lore religion. Aura of purity. Diseases, inhaled poisons, noxious gases, effects such as ward. Warded creature receives a +2 deflection bonus to AC and a +2 resistance on saving throws. This ward lasts until the warded creature is hit or fails a saving throw. A witch knows when a warded creature is no longer protected. Okay. A witch can touch a creature to suppress and protect it from negative conditions. The witch chooses one of the following conditions each time she uses this check. Okay. Oh, whoops. That's actually really good. Fortune. A witch can grant a creature within 30 feet a good bit of luck for 1 round. The target can call upon this good luck, allowing them to re-roll an ability check, attack roll, saving throw, or skill check, taking the better result. At 8th level and 16th level, oh, yep, taking that. Okay, and her spells at 3rd level, ooh, Nature's Exile, curses the creature touched, making it inimical to nature. All animals have... Interesting. Not quite what I want. She has a boost to fire abilities, I believe. So I almost want to give her that, but I think what I'll do, since this is our first 3rd level... I'm going to give her remove curse. She's a witch. Let's let her be able to remove curses. Excellent. Alright. So we have that. And pardon me as I try to look over my kitty. She's just laying here, being pretty. Look at this. Look at that. That is Nala. Isn't she adorable? She is. You know it. I know it. Oh, and I almost fell. Oh. Run away, Nala, run away. All right, Blan. Let's get you up to speed. Key power, Barkskin, Scorching Ray. Oh, Barkskin could be good. Enhancement bonus to monks' existing natural armor bonus to AC. True Strike. I'm going to give him Barkskin. I want to give him Scorching Ray, but his arrows are already pretty badass. Ranged attacks ignore anything but total concealment and cover. Many shot and rapid shot. Why are those... I'm getting improved precise shot. I am going to get deflect arrows. And eventually combat mobility, but that's less important. Yeah, let's make sure he just never misses. Base attack bonus. Lan has leveled up in his class, and as a result, this character's number of attacks per round has increased. The base attack bonus is a stat that automatically increases as the character gains new class levels. This stat improves their chances of landing a hit on the enemy, and when it reaches certain thresholds, 6th, 11, and 16, the character gains an additional attack per turn. Different classes increase their basic class differently at different paces. Barbarians, fighters, monks, paladins, rangers, and slayers increase their base attack the quickest, while wizards and sorcerers are the slowest. Nice. Lan is a beast, and he shall stay in this party forever and ever and ever. We have a paladin. She will remain a paladin. Mercy. Diseased is important. Let's get rid of diseased. We want to make sure that she has the ability to render people free of disease. So I think... Oh, the horse! The horse levels up. Obviously. Our tank of a horse. Of course, of course. I'm gonna emphasize athletics and keep perception at the tertiary. Devotion. What's this? Animal companion gains a +4 morale bonus on will saves against enchantment spells and effects. Good! Because look at that will. That is a terrible will save. Alright. So I think we're all good here. So I am going to go save the game. Excellent. Now, we must pick spells. Alright. Social. Lots of restoration. Alright. Well, in addition to restoration, how about... Blessing of Courage and Life. Target receives a +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear and death effects. Sure. Domain slots. Protection from evil. Wait, why do you not have... Oh, you do. Alright. I hope you can convert these to, like, healing. Can you? I want to see. Oh, whoops. No, I probably have to wait. I sure as heck hope he can do that. So that's... Yeah, we're going to Spellbook. He's a sorcerer. She will get that. Call Lightning. Let's do... you create Healing Mud. Oh, Soothing Mud. That's not what I wanted. That said, we've got 2 Call Lightnings, 2 Cure Serious Wounds. We'll get a Remove Disease, a Summon Nature's Ally, and just because I know she's evil, Animate Dead. We'll get that. Hold Person can be useful. We've got Bull's Strength, Resist Energy. We have Bear's Endurance, Eagle's Splendor, Remove Paralysis, Scare. Let's get a Restoration in there. And another Heal and Aid. There we are. And she's got Cure Light Wounds, Bless. We'll do another Bless. We shall do a... Enlarge... Well, no, we don't want another Enlarge Person. We'll do a Bane, a Cause Fear, and another Cure Light Wounds. So, yeah. She is all set. Nino will do... a Lightning Bolt, a Fireball, a Sea Invisibility. Oh, a Displacement. Never mind. Another Displacement, another Sea Invisibility, and another Lightning Bolt. Okay. Over here, another that, another that, another that, another that, and just to be safe, let's get her another Mirror Image. Over here... More magic missiles is always a good thing. And a shield or 2. And she already has mage armor. And let's do another mage armor. Woljif. More burning arcs. Invisibility. Another mirror image. Another mirror image. Cat's Grace. And of course, magic missile... Magic Missile, are. She just has those. She has those. And that's it. All right. So, let's go ahead and rest. Let's have... Doesn't she already have shield? Oh, let's do that one. Is there anybody that can... I technically have the ability to do alchemy, but I think what I'll do is I'll cook. I'll do fish on a stick. Cooking D6. Alright. Your right side reacts more vigorously to temperature changes than your left side. I wonder what will happen if we freeze your right side and set your left side on fire. Demons are always trying to do that to me. Guess how their experiments ended? Ooh, not so subtle threat! Okay. Scribing scrolls has been done successfully. We will go ahead and save. Commander, allow me to say something. Before you... This wasn't a war. It was agony drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and a vague hope that if nobody found Anivia's body, she might by some miracle have survived, and that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I'd nearly lost hope of seeing her alive again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the great garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem effortless. You do everything just like that. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, they're just proof of what I felt the day when I saw Anivia alive, standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately needed. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what others could not. Oh, thank you. I found this scabbard with your family name on it in the Grey Garrison. This scabbard held the solemn hour, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anivia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given everything to help the family. I had hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawnshop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. You'll forgive me if I don't go into detail. It is a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but it was worth it. Well, I can see you truly love her. A delicate blush appears on Irabeth's cheeks. She nods silently. I've performed a good action. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humbled our name might be, it was worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. So it turns out the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. Oh, you think the Queen doesn't trust you? If that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you've gained enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Nevia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle. But you're not under suspicion, Commander. You're under our protection. Fair enough. When we begin to march on Dresden, we will choose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay mages to deliver troops to the camp, except I doubt that our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to our reinforcements. Sure. If two of your armies stand next to each other on the global map, you can transfer units between them by clicking on the button that appears next to the army's name. Upon exchanging troops, the number of movement points of each army will become equal to the lowest value among the two. Clicking the I button next to the army's name on the left will take you to the army management screen. Here you can set your unit's starting positions at the beginning of combat. You can split your units by holding Control or Shift and moving the unit to a different slot. You can also create a new army here by clicking on the button to the right. Sure. I have to go. I mean, I don't, but I will anyway. Oh, more loot? I'll take that. We need to cook good meals for our people. Horse, Crusader, Crusader. Oh, I'll take... Bardine? Yeah, I'll take those. Horses, horses, horses. Hylor! You've earned the title of Commander. Canabra still thanks you, but you'll have to be doubly on your guard. Your Eminence places a target on your back, and there are assassins about. I'll take 'em on. Killing a high-ranking crusader would bring a demon far more prestige than killing a common soldier. Not long ago, I stymied a few of the Spinner of Nightmares' attempts on the lives of influential crusaders, so I know what I'm talking about. Which influential crusaders did you save from the Spinner of Nightmares? I've been hunting the Spinner of Nightmares for over a year. My agents, by that time I'd created a proper network, reported to me that she'd returned to Neurosian. I immediately suspected that she was planning a great atrocity. By that time, I'd learned all too well that the Spinner was a master of illusions and charms. That's why I never left the house without this. Hylor takes a monocle from his pocket and puts it on carefully. This is the Eye of Truth. It allows me to see through illusions. My friend got it from the priests of Nethys. However, neither this monocle nor my network of agents were adequate to prevent the attacks, and we were nearly too late. The Spinner of Nightmares decided to strike at the Cruciform Cathedral. They had gathered to celebrate the victory of the First Crusade. It was a great holiday, and there was a lavish ceremony at the cathedral. An influential priest, Anthoclitus, was in charge of the festivities. They were intending to crown him with a tiara and a symbol of his high status, but the sacred tiara had been replaced. The spinner had obtained an incultus, a sentient and rather ominous cephalopod from the other end of the world. She'd raised it from an elver and trained it carefully, and she cast an illusion on it so that everyone would see it as a tiara. The moment its shell was placed on Anthoclitus's head, the cephalopod would release its tentacles and penetrate the priest's skull. Its poison would seep deep into his brain, and it would seize control over Anthoclitus's dead body. Fortunately, we were able to stop this madness in time. I spotted the spinner of nightmares in the crowd and chased her down, and we ended up crossing swords on the roof of the cathedral. I nearly defeated her, but she fled upon a giant stallion, which was able to run across the air as if it were on the ground. I was so close to catching her. She'd suffer a setback, but I let her escape. Okay, fine. Yeah, no, I'll watch my back. So now I've got to find this frickin' Inquisitor jerk. Oh, here he is. Pardon me as I loot things. Right in front of you, Inquisitor asshole! Commander, let me personally congratulate you on your new title, and thank you for your time in advance. I am Leotor Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade and Bringer of Light. I require your assistance in a delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Darren Arenday. Are you one of Prelate Hulrune's followers? Yes, of course. I mean, what were you doing? Oh, what is your opinion on his atrocities? Leotor is silent for a while. Usually people reveal such things about themselves only to their confessor, not to some curious stranger. Still, I did ask for your help, and that imposes certain obligations on me. Let me put it like this. I spent enough years by Prelate Hulrune's side to learn how to keep him from going over the line. He was an extraordinary man, the vengeful sword of our goddess in human form. He was fighting in the vanguard, fearlessly taking down demons, exposing the cultists' plots, all by himself. He had served the Inquisition twice as long as I have, and eventually his own paranoia and monumental sense of responsibility eroded his mind. May Iomade guard his soul. Well, tell me about yourself. I want to know who I'm dealing with. Ulfin! Oh, okay. Well, points. But I have lived in Mendev for most of my life. Okay, maybe not as many points. Dedicating myself to serving the Inheritor. My warrior brethren mostly worship Gorm, but I've never been eager to fight for the sake of battle alone. I was a good fighter in my early youth and could easily best most of my peers, but I didn't enjoy showing off my skill. Victory is bland on its own. Purpose adds flavor to war. I can't say that I have always been a faithful sword of Iomade. Back in my mercenary days, fate brought me to the borders of Mendev, where I spent quite a long time along the Crusaders, fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms, and watching demons commit their atrocities eventually led me to something I had been seeking my whole life: purpose and faith. That is how I found my calling. Even though it may be hard at times, I've never regretted my decision. All right, fine. What brings you here? I ask that you assist the Church of Iomade in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the Crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I'm calling on you. The Inquisitor's open face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in his thoughts for a moment. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arenday's story. I refer to the tragedy at the Heaven's Edge estate. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate. And how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the World Wound. And yet, on that day it turned into a labyrinthine house of horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead, with their heads cut off, when we got to the estate. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? You are the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy of Heaven's Edge. It has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break the seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways and 1,000 paths, a myriad of loopholes in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid, the kind Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I am asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. So you expect Darren is hiding something? That he is to blame for this tragedy? I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions, so that it doesn't affect the investigation. There is a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you that Count Arenday wasn't suffering from demonic possession, the most common malaise in our country at the time. Prelate Hulrune himself examined the boy right after the tragedy, and he didn't sense anything awry with him. Fine, I will help you. What do you need me to do? Thank you, Commander. Now I ask that you speak with the Count and tell him you wish to see at Heaven's Edge. Terrible sentence, owl cats. You gotta fix that. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. You will have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them to me. I will remain here for a while. Fine, I have to go. Alright, what do we have? So, secure and talk to Social. Wipe out a band of cultists. League of the Inspiring Cart. More than nothing. Erebeth's Scabbard. Alright. Well, it is 9:33. I have a few other things I wish to do tonight. So I'm going to pause here. I know a lot of story stuff happened, not a lot of excitement, but that is the way of these computer RPGs. You do a lot of reading. And I, in my Let's Play, plan on reading out as much of the dialogue as I can, but the wine has made my tongue thick, so I will bid thee adieu. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe. I will be posting these videos and these live streams whenever I can. If you want to see more of my projects, I have a horror storytelling channel, which is on YouTube at The Mad Catter, or you can listen to the podcast, which is Twisted Tea Time. You can find that almost everywhere you can find podcasts. That being said, you can find all of my relevant links on Linktree at The Mad Catter, and you can find my Patreon at The Mad Catter. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you all. Who's in chat now? Two! We have Joint Effort and Xylene. All two of you. I look forward to seeing all two of you next time. Or whenever you choose to come and join us. That is Wrath of the Righteous, episode 12. Not split up by a dinner period. Well, kind of split up by a dinner period, but not in the same way I've been doing it before. Anywho, have a good evening. And of course, good night, my creepy kitties. And pleasant dreams.